here from the Network Studios. Bye, we've not been in here for ages, have we? Well, I have, but you guys haven't. Until yesterday, I hadn't been in here for quite some time. But if some of you guys don't know, this is our downtown area. This is what I first started constructing when I was like really set on making this into a proper full city. And then these footpath errors started occurring, and that's what put me off. But there is actually some really nice buildings in here. There's a few what I actually really think turned out pretty decent, but it's just the footpath errors what put me off kind of continuing this part of the city. For example, this is possibly one of the best skyscrapers that I've ever built in my entire community. You know, in my like, I love it. I love the shape of it. I like the fact that it's got loads of different things happening. It's got the lower bit, the higher bit. It's got all the curves in it. I put a lot of time into making this. I actually copied it from a building in New York, and I think personally it turned out a heck of a lot better than I ever imagined that it would do. But I do also like some of the other buildings in here, like the McDonald's building. I also like the HSBC building. That's got a lot of good shape to it. I really like the way this building turned out. I also like the Tesco building here. I think this looks pretty good. I'm not too keen on that, but I do also like the hotel building. Well, it's actually now the News at 10 building. I think that looks really good. I also like the Altum Hotel. There's quite a few. I like the Conrad building. There's quite a few different buildings inside of this city. What I do actually like. But I just, like I say, the footpath error just put me off really. If I'm completely honest with you, it just put me off. And I don't really, really like building in this area now. It's awkward to work around the. It's awkward to work around the. To work around the sort of uneven footpaths, if you like. So I kind of just work on the housing area now. But now I don't even really see a point in doing that because Park Drive's over. We don't really do Park Drive anymore. So I'm not really sure what to do anymore in terms of Minecraft because Park Drive was the one thing what was keeping me going on Minecraft. And there isn't really anything else I can really do other than like start new cities and stuff like that. Which, again, I don't really want to do. Like, I enjoy building cities so much, but the point is I don't want to continue this one because of all of the mess. But at the same time, because I spent so much time working on this city, I don't want to have to start and do it all over again. And that's what I kind of thought that I wanted to do with Grovewood. But then I kind of realised that, no, I didn't want to do that again with Grovewood. Because there's so much stuff in this city what I did. So, sorry to add on your stream. I hit the like, hopefully to maybe up for it to have the chance, and doing shout outs ever if I liked to help. You know what? I'll let the advertising off for once, but it's up to you. Like, just don't advertise all the time. That's all I'm saying, because I don't like people doing it all the time. It kind of annoys me a bit. But yeah, Park Drive has kind of unfortunately come to an end, which I'm actually a little disappointed about because Park Drive was actually literally such a really cool thing. But I do want to do role plays. I'll tell you that right now. I do actually want to go ahead and make role plays. Role plays is definitely something that I would like to do, but they're awkward. They're awkward to do. They're really awkward to do. I'm making role plays in GTA. Like, I want to make a GTA one, but I don't. If I want to do a GTA role play, I want it to be good. I want to have like different camera angles and explosions, and I want to get some like nice angles of like different like people walking in and doing different things. So what I'm alternatively saying is like you've got to put a lot of effort in to making a GTA roleplay. Like I've got to edit it on 2 different softwares, and that's before rendering it and uploading it. So what I'm saying is with Rockstar Editor you can't add your voice in to the Rockstar Editor. You can only record the gameplay, your camo. You can't actually record your voice at the same time. So what you've actually got to do is you've actually got to record a Rockstar Editor clip, and you've got to record a normal PlayStation clip at the same time. Then when you do that, you edit your Rockstar Editor clip in the Rockstar Editor, where you can add all your camera angles and add all the like effects in there, and then you put that clip onto the Share Factory once you've done it on the Rockstar Editor, and then you add the normal PlayStation clip as a track 2, as a commentary. And when you do that, it puts a little square video in the screen of the actual PlayStation video that you took, so it kind of ruins it, if that makes sense. And it kind of is a little bit annoying. You can't get rid of it either. I've tried it, for the record, and it ruins it really for me. Another Minecraft roleplay, to be honest with you, Tom, to be honest with you, another Minecraft roleplay for me, I would happily do one, but it's getting people to do it. Like, I know right now for a fact that GTA is way more popular for role-playing than Minecraft, because I used to do a GTA roleplay, guys, and I sweat you not, I joined a community called the yeah, true, if I had a decent PC. But I used to do a GTA roleplay quite a while back, and Tom Coombs will know because he did have a character in it at one point who was a bus driver, and we used to just live stream it because it was easier for me to play a part in the roleplay. It turned out pretty good. We did a decent amount of episodes of it, and I joined a community at the time called the Life Roleplay. I can't remember. It was something like the LRC Life Roleplay, and basically I could just post in there, and basically I would get like 8 people, if not more, who would like message me about wanting to join Life in GTA, and like I could just get loads of people like that. Yeah, I'll join your roleplay. Yeah, I'll join your roleplay. And we had like loads of different things and different people happening. And it works so good. Come on, you boys in green. So, yeah, it kind of like a GTA roleplay would be a lot better than a Minecraft roleplay. But we need to sort something out. Like, we don't just need to start the roleplay. We need to like, if we were gonna do this properly, we need to do it properly. Like, we need to have a good starting plan, not just kind of you know what I mean? Like, I don't think like we need, like, what I don't want to do is just say I want to do a GTA roleplay and then bang, do one. You know what I mean? I want to think about it, come up with a good plan, test the recordings and get all the clips right, so we're not like having these like little mess ups and clips what like have what I meant to have music in, and then the music's like a little bit out of place, or we don't have a decent story. Like, it needs to go good in a way like Park Drive did, in terms of like getting the episodes up, not something what goes on for about 2 episodes and then, you know what I mean. But I mean, yeah, you know, people do get busy, but you know, it doesn't matter. Like, I still know plenty of people from the previous GTAs, what would probably do one again. Like, I can already think of one person what would possibly do it. I can also semi-think of another person who would do it. And if Camo wanted to do a GTA roleplay, I would possibly do it. And I possibly know a couple of other people what would want to do it as well. So we would be able to already, just from that, get quite a few people. I could definitely get my old friend Ginger Ninja. He played a big part in my last GTA roleplay, and he did an absolutely amazing job until he had to get a different mic what echoed. There was another person, I can't remember his name, I'll see if he's online. He might be online. I'll know if he's online. No, he's not online, but his name began with a C, and, you know. No, I hate that ginger guy. Oh, he was good. He was good in GTA. He was alright. I didn't even know you actually met him, like, because that was like way back when he did that. Like, when we were doing life in GTA, that was way back. But yeah, there was another guy whose name began with a C, but I've forgotten his name. His profile picture was like one of them blue faces, but I can't remember what it was called. Sid Triple XD would more than likely join into a GTA roleplay as well. I know, but he pisses me off. He used to play with us, and he always kicked me. Oh yeah, I actually think I remember him now for doing that, I mean. But yeah, Sid Triple XD would possibly help us, but American people just don't have as much time to come on as UK people with the time difference. Who else would do it? I'm trying to think of people who I had in my previous GTAs. I know one person who would be defo up for it if he still had a PlayStation, but I think his hard drive went kabang. He was actually called Cam as well. He was like, I knew him before like any of you people in the stream. Like, I'm talking like nearly 2 years ago, this Cam person used to like join. No, they're too busy now, to be honest. Like, I'm not being funny. Like, if I was getting Steve and Ant to do a GTA roleplay, I'd be more thinking about reviving Park Drive than doing a than doing a new GTA roleplay. Like, the reason I'm doing a new GTA roleplay is because they don't have time anymore. They never make time. Well, when I say make time, I don't mean it in that way, but I mean they get too busy in real life to come on and do role plays like they were. Like, if they were gonna come back to do a GTA roleplay, I'd say no, we'll revive Park Drive instead. But seeing as though they're too busy to do that anymore, I kind of thought maybe it's time to start something a little fresh. But I would still edit a GTA roleplay like I would edit an NTV video, you know, or how I used to edit Park Drive with like an intro and, you know, like. But if I was to do that, like the thing what I would like in GTA is, I wish you could use the directory mode like as kind of like directing a movie a bit more than what you do. So what I actually wish you could do with the directory mode is, I actually wish you could like go into any building, like in the directory mode, and you could like decorate the buildings, and you could like set up your own scenes with online characters. Because if I was gonna do like, say, a GTA roleplay, I was thinking about doing something like Sandy Shores, where it's based in Sandy Shores, and then like all the characters in the role plays could live in the caravans, if that makes sense. But it would be good if the directory mode allowed you to actually go in the caravan. And also, like, say if you like got punched and fell on the floor, if you were able to choose how long you wanted your character to stay on the floor. For example, like when you kill somebody in GTA Online, they always like their body always despawns after like a couple of seconds, or maybe a couple of minutes. Well, maybe not a couple of minutes, maybe about 30 seconds. And personally, I think it would be better if you could like punch someone and then make them lay on the floor for longer, so you could actually go ahead and construct your own movies a little bit more easier, if that makes sense. Because you can't really do anything that good like that at the moment, if that makes sense. You're limited. You're pretty much limited to what you can do in terms of stuff like that. And it'd be good if you could like do more stuff like sit down on chairs and do you know what I mean? Or like get on buses and wait for like buses to come. If you could kind of plan your own like, if you could kind of plan your own kind of like movie and have like loads of background stuff happening, like say you could make it so a bus would drive by in like the background of one of your scenes, or do you know what I mean? And like I think that would personally be pretty good, and you could do some pretty cool stuff with it. But like I said, they just don't have that ability. There's a lot of things what put me off doing like another role play, but then there's things what would make me. Do you know what I mean? We would steal a bus. Ash, your GTA role plays are kind of. Your GTA role plays are kind of unrealistic. You fall out of a plane and say, "Ah, my leg," and start sprinting towards someone. Yeah, that's because like it's hard to explain. Like it's because you can't do much in GTA. Like in terms of, do you know what I mean? Like say for example, like I fell out of a plane once and I think I survived. Like, because I don't think I was like technically, I don't think I was really high in the sky. But there was a time where I jumped out of a plane and I survived. But like if I'd have been able to choose how long I wanted to stay on the floor, I could have made it so I was like unconscious or like more injured. But because he got back up, I had to think of something drastic which would work. But I couldn't think of anything, so I had to say like, ah, my leg. But at the same time, like with me like being part of the role play, I couldn't die, because if I died, then like I couldn't film the other people. So like everybody else had to have these like tragic falls and get shot, and then I just had to be like part of all these huge storylines but never get affected and just go back to my apartment at the end of the role play like, oh well, we lost my dad, my brother's dead, my friend's dead, my friend's in prison. But then like every time I'd just come back to my apartment and end the role play like, yeah, it's alright for them, they're all dying and falling out of planes and being exploded, and then I'm just coming back to my apartment at the end of the day like nothing happened. Makes it so awkward, if you get what I mean. So yeah. Anyway, guys, enough about speaking about role plays at the moment. I actually had a message conversation with somebody. Well, I've had the same kind of message conversation with two people lately, and I had one message conversation with a guy about a week ago, and I had another one today with a different person about the same thing. But the conversation I had with this guy today didn't actually turn out good. Like, it didn't end the way I wanted the conversation to end, but it gave me some pretty decent ideas. Now, this is actually for MC Noble, so I'm going to read you the messages. And it's actually given me a pretty, it's given me a decent idea. Now, it's something that I have thought about before, but I didn't think I was big enough to do it, if that makes sense. And when I say big enough to do it, I don't mean big enough as in old enough. I mean big enough as in enough fans to be able to do it. So I had a message chat with this guy. It started off with him saying, yo, MC Noble, alright? So I put, yeah, sound you. And he put yeah, man. So I put sound. And then he asked if he could have a shout out in one of my MCs, which is normal. So I said, sure, man. And he said, sounds sweet. So then he put, yeah, he asked me if I made merch, like MC Noble tops and MC Noble hoodies and stuff like that, t-shirts. So I said, yeah, I do make merch, but I don't have a website with it on, which is, true. I don't have a website with merch on. So I got a message from another guy about a week ago who wanted me to make him an MC Noble hoodie so he could give it to a friend to basically go ahead and give it to a friend as a birthday present. And I told the guy that I basically made the hoodie on a website, made a basic blank hoodie, put like an MC Noble design on it, and I took the price of what the hoodie is on the website for me to make it, and then I just priced up a bit of time for me to design the hoodie, make it look good, and then I also priced up the sort of, the postage and stuff like that, and if I had to post it to him type thing. So I added a bit on and charged him a price, and he's gonna go ahead with it and do it for this guy's birthday. But he came off his motocross bike recently, and he hasn't been able to get down with the cash. So that's kind of like, oh sugar, that's kind of like being a little bit of a disappointment at the moment. But I had a message from another guy today asking if I did merch. So I said, I do merch, but it's not on a website because I've never really thought I was big enough to do MC Noble merch. So I sent him a picture of like a basic hoodie design just for something that I could do, and he said, how do we get the merch? Because obviously, like, I don't have a website for him. So I said, I price up whatever you want and my time to make it, and you have to send the money before I make the clothing, basically, and or call round to my house with it. Then I make it. When it's done, you collect, or I can post it to you. So basically, I will, basically what happens is they have to send the money to me first, because I'm not gonna make the hoodie or the t-shirt, obviously order it and deliver it if they're not going to give me the money. So I always ask for them to either send the money through the post, a bit like a check or something like that, or like just some cash in an envelope and seal it, post it, or they can like come round to my house and drop the money in. And I will, then put the money into my bank and make the hoodie or the t-shirt. And then when it's done, the person basically has the chance to either come to the house where he came to drop the money off to collect the t-shirt, or he can give me his address and I will post it to him, which I will charge a bit more for the postage. So I basically said I can do t-shirts, hats, cups. I basically said I can do hats, cups, clocks, t-shirts, jumpers, I can also do hoodies as well. It's just for some reason it wouldn't let me spell hoodie. It kept like trying to correct it. So I just put jumpers. So I put how much, is a t-shirt. So I went on the website, and I'm going to be truthful to you guys. The t-shirt on the website was £10. Alright, I could make the t-shirt for £10. However, it would cost me about £4 to have the t-shirt posted to me from their website, from their t-shirt studio place, which is right down south. So I thought, it's going to be about 14 quid for them to post it, which I would have to pay. So I thought, well, it wouldn't really take me that much time to make the t-shirt itself, but I still want a bit of cash for making the t-shirt. So I pretty much, thought, well, if I charge 6 quid for me making it, I'll do that. So basically, I said a t-shirt would be £20 if collected. However, if I then had to post the t-shirt to you, I would charge £22, which I didn't think alternatively was too bad. I didn't think me charging £20 for, to make him a custom t-shirt, have it delivered, personalised, I didn't think that was pretty bad. And he basically said, okay bro. So then I said I can show you what a t-shirt would look like. So I roughed out a little t-shirt and just put a basic design on it, a little microphone hand and MC Noble underneath, and the back MC Noble since 2015. And basically, I said I can do other colours and designs. So he said, would you do one for a tenner and I'll give you a shout out on Instagram. So I then said, I can do 15 but no less. If I did it for a tenner, I wouldn't make out off it and it wouldn't be worth my time. Which, you guys know I like making posters and t-shirts. From when we used to do the MC Noble live events, I used to love making posters for them events, and I enjoy making things and editing pictures and stuff like that. But if I'm not going to make anything off of it, which, if I charged him a tenner, I wouldn't, because the t-shirt was a tenner in the first place. So technically, he would give me a tenner, I'd put it in the bank, and then I would still have to lay out my own money to get it to be delivered, because obviously you pay for the postage. So technically, I'm in a way partly buying the t-shirt for him, which I didn't think was really that good. So I said, you know what, give me 15, seeing as you're a good fan. I'll do you a deal and give you 16. So then he said, £12, it's my final offer and I'll come and collect. So I said, okay then, I decided just as a one-off, £12 if you can drop it in this week. If you drop it in this week, the t-shirt could be made this week. For example, if he came with the money today, I could get on with making the t-shirt tonight and I could get it ordered and it would more than likely be here for the end of the week. Which, then I could take it to his house or put it in the post, but he did say that he would come and collect it. So he would, he could have come and collected it, and he could have had the t-shirt here by Friday, because it's still only Tuesday, obviously. So he'd think about it, so I put, okay, but all I'm saying is, if it goes past Wednesday, you will have longer to wait for it to come. Whereas if I could make the t-shirt tomorrow, it has a good chance to come by Friday. And then for whatever reason, he decided to change his mind and say that he wouldn't take a t-shirt. So I don't know why. I don't know what changed his mind, because I technically said I'd do it for £12, his final offer. So I put, okay, just remember I'm here if ever you want out. And he put, okay. So it was a very productive conversation, and it kind of didn't end too well because he didn't go for a t-shirt in the first place. But what it actually made me think about was actually making MC Noble merchandise. I didn't think I was big enough to, in terms of fan-wise, to make MC Noble merchandise. For example, when people wear a Superdry t-shirt, for example, someone can, practically everybody you go up to will know that that's Superdry. Whereas if somebody buys an MC Noble t-shirt, not loads of people aren't going to know who MC Noble is. They're not going to be like, oh wow, you got an MC Noble t-shirt. Like, only a majority, a sort of only sort of like people around the area and maybe a couple of like further away people would know what this is, if that makes sense. So I didn't think I was ever big enough or that good enough to actually make some merchandise, if that makes sense. However, what it did get me thinking about was actually making a clothing store. Like, not just for MC Noble, but I could put MC Noble stuff onto the clothing store, but I could also do some other things as well. So what I'm saying is I don't have to make the store completely about MC Noble. I could just put a few MC Noble things on the store, such as like the odd MC Noble t-shirts. I want to make some like cool living in a one bed flat t-shirts and stuff like that. And I just kind of alternatively thought that it could work out pretty decent. Like, what I'm saying is I could create a Facebook page for like, do you know what I mean? Like, for clothing, and then people could like do the, people could like do it, similar to what this guy who I'm making the hoodie for this guy's birthday, similar to what he is doing, like dropping the money in or posting the money, and like basically what could happen is I could do that, but I could do it for all different things. I could just put some like cool designs on some clothing and people could buy them, and I could like make them for them, which I think it would alternatively be pretty sweet, and I think it would work out pretty well. But I think what I might do first is actually just try and sell some MC Noble clothing. So I'm going to write a Facebook status on my Facebook page, and basically people can get in touch with me to basically have some MC Noble clothing made. And I think this would be pretty decent. I think it would work out pretty good. So, do you know what I mean? I think it could work out pretty decent, but this conversation, well, I kind of thought of the idea of selling clothing about a week ago, but then I never really went any further with it, but it's making me think about it kind of even more now. And I think personally, it could work out pretty well. You could let me know what you think. Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, it changed my text. But yeah, it was just an idea really. It was just a little thought. Anyway, that's gonna possibly do it for this stream. I just wanted to have a little catch up, let you guys know what's happening. Yeah, we'll catch you next time.